Hello, this is Tracy Newman from the Navigator's Tarot with a Divine Masculine update for the week, the last week of April. The masculine. The masculine is moving forward in a way that he is taken him a little bit by surprise. He's had to go down very, very deep into feelings that he's not actually had to visit before, or even have visited any feelings before, but now is starting to really see that there is no way out except to go within and to visit those very, very deep feelings that he has. And because of that, he's now able to sort of like take some steps away from the old world structure, the old matrix world. There's quite a lot of sadness with both the masculines and the feminines today. For the feminines, they actually wanted to move, they have some sadness about moving away from toxic, the old toxic traits. Not really that, but for the masculine, it's more that they've come to terms with the fact that the world that they are leaving behind, as tempting as it was, cannot fulfill them or give them the stability that they need to move forward. They're trying very desperately to light their own way, but they're kind of caught in this darker, because they've had to go very, very far down deep within to find those deep feelings. They've sort of caught themselves there where they're not really able to see a light or to see how they can get out of it. They're really they're feeling the sadness, and and they've turned their backs on the light of the feminine. They're not really seeing that new world. They're not able to see it. They're kind of caught in this fog, this dense fog they can't seem to get out. They're trying to light their way so that they can move forward. They will move forward. This is part of the dark night of the soul that they must go through to, and eventually they will come out. The thing is with them, the light is there. The light is behind them. They just need to turn around and see it, you know. And they'll also be able to see the feminine if they just turn around. But at the moment, they're quite lost and dark in the darkness. However, their ultimate goal is union within themselves, with the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And that is their ultimate goal. So they recognize, look, this is going to sound really weird, but it's sort of like they know what the ultimate goal is. On a subconscious level, they know what the ultimate goal is. But to get to that level of union within themselves, between the divine masculine and the divine feminine energies, they must go down and dive very, very deeply into emotions that they've never visited before. And so they're finding it quite difficult at the moment because they're really, really stuck in those energies. And they're not really willing to sort of look beyond the matrix world at the moment. I think it's just because they cannot see it, and they've really gone down deep. This is actually a really positive thing for the masculine though, because to go that deep, they've never gone this deep before. So in that is where they're going to find the truth of who they really are. But they've got to get to rock bottom, and they haven't reached it yet. But they're getting there because they're in it. They're in this now. This is all part of it. The divine feminine energies went through it for some years, but now the masculine must be fast-tracked through this so that they can come out the other side. It's very necessary and part of the spiritual spiritual awakening and moving into more beautiful energies. And to get there, of course, they must go through this dark night of the soul, which a lot of them are going through at the moment. So if they just have a little bit of patience for the process and recognize that this process is very necessary, and to, I think for the masculine, the best thing they can do is to go with it. Tap into the feminine energies and go with the flow and allow whatever comes up to come up, to allow that feeling of being in despair and allow that. Also, they're starting to see that to have stability and to be the King of Pentacles requires them to also tap into their emotions, because to be a well-rounded emperor of significance in the new world, they have to embody every single part of the king energies. So they also have to tap into this energy of allowing and being loving and loyal to themselves. And you see, the masculine has always been about being loyal, or not to themselves, but to the matrix of ego. And so because of that, they've not really actually then been able to tap into those spiritually minded. It's all very intellectual, and so they've not had to actually go within and tap into those emotions that will eventually, of course, take them away from the matrix energies, will take them away from the ego energies. So now they're having to go within and they're having to really, really feel everything that they feel. But of course, it's extraordinarily important for them so that they can tap into every single part of the masculine kings of the tarot before they can become the emperor, which of course then embodies all of the kings of the tarot. And at the moment, they're really, really needing to tap into the king of water, which is kindness, loyalty, nurturing towards themselves, not towards those that they are trying to please, but more towards themselves. And in doing that, they'll find the truth of who they are. So that's the divine masculine at the moment. They will come out of this dark night of the soul, but they must have patience. That victory is there, and it is just all they have to do is turn around and see the light and tap into those high priestess energies of the feminine. She's always there waiting. She'll always be there to help. Okay, thank you.